The following program has been generously funded by the Patterson Foundation.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to this episode of This Book is Cool. Today, we have a very fun book that we're going to share. It's called Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, and it's a bright and colorful book that features an awful lot of characters that I think you might already know. We have a special friend with us today who's going to help tell us why this book is cool. Today, we have with us Principal John Weida. Hi, John.
Well, hello. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic.
Well, thank you for being with us today to talk to us about the book Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. It's a book that I have known for several years, and I was mentioning to the audience before I said hello to you that many of the characters in the book are very familiar to us.
And they are. And, I think that's why I really like this book, because the characters are all letters of the alphabet. And it's really fun to watch those familiar letters, doing silly things like running up a coconut tree.
That's a really good point. I want to show the audience a picture so they see how the letters of the alphabet get to climb up the coconut tree. I also thought it was very clever the way the author used uppercase and lowercase letters. Can you tell us a little bit about how he differentiated between the two?
The mamas and the papas and the uncles and the aunts were the uppercase letters. And then the lowercase letters are actually, I guess you could kind of say, the children.
Yes, I thought that was
so silly children.
Very silly children. I'm wondering, because when I was younger, there were certain letters of the alphabet that appeared friendlier to me than other letters of the alphabet. I wonder if that was true for you as well. Are there letters of the alphabet that you prefer to other letters?
That's kind of tough to say. I think, when you look at this book and the way all the letters are presented, you kind of like them all. And each one has its own unique personality. No, I think, and the letters were all very bold and colorful. So it really made it fun to watch the letters play together.
I want to show another picture to the audience. Look at the way that all of the letters, they all got so crowded in together. And all of the bright colors that the illustrator used. So I can see why Mr. Weida has a hard time picking out a favorite, because they're all pretty special and they're all very colorful. All of the bold artwork that's in this book, those bright colors, I have to say that I've seen that kind of artwork in the halls of Brentwood Elementary School. So I know that there are an awful lot of art lovers and creative artists at Brentwood Elementary. Is making art something you enjoy?
Absolutely. And it's interesting when we talk about the bright, bold colors, the majority of our buildings are painted white. And then we have these bright, bold accent colors that just really pop out. And everyone that has come to the campus they've looked at the new colors and they say, wow, it just makes such a huge statement. And we call it our little piece of work of art there at school.
I know that Brentwood Elementary School has had, I don't know if you want to call it an upgrade or a facelift, but all these beautiful new spaces. I know that you're eager to have students back in the school as soon as it's safe to be able to enjoy the beautiful environment that you have there. I wonder if you could give us some advice about why reading is so important, especially now.
I keep thinking, when we're in this place that we're in right now where we're learning at home and we're talking to each other through the computer, we don't get that opportunity to really do a lot of exploring. But I've always said, what a great way to go on an adventure, go exploring and still stay home and safe, is do it through a book. Because any book that you pick up can take you on a fantastic journey. After I read this book, I went out and checked my trees and made sure there were no letters hiding up in it.
I love to think about that. I love the way the author has used his imagination to give all of the letters personality and to make them able to climb trees and fall out of trees. And
when the letters fall out of the tree, they start getting these injuries. And one that I thought was really great was the black eyed pea joke. So I love black eyed peas. So the black eye or the pea falls, and the artist filled in the circle of the pea with filled it in black so that it looks like the pea has a black eye. The other one that I loved too was the loose tooth tea.
I'm going to show the audience a picture of the pea that has a black eye. So we have a black-eyed pea. So very clever. And using letters of the alphabet, I think students could come up with their own creative ways to use the letters.
Yeah.
This author came up with a great way to have them all climb the coconut tree and have a little rhyme scheme with it, but we could make up any kind of a story and make the letters of the alphabet our main characters.
And I think that rhyme scheme really helps, when you read this out loud, it's easy to almost start singing a song. And so you could easily make up a song just like this book with the letters and make up your own song.
Not only can we enjoy the book, but the book can inspire us to have creative pursuits of our own. So
absolutely.
Nothing better than that. Well, thank you for spending time with us today. I know you have a lot on your plate, and we are so grateful that you agreed to spend a little bit of time with us talking about your love of reading.
Thank you. I really appreciate the opportunity, and I just hope that everyone is spending as much time as they can. We've got nothing but time right now. So grab some books and go on an adventure and learn something new.
It's great advice. It's always good to see you, Mr. Weida. Thank you.
All right, you take care.
You too.
All right, bye-bye.
It was so nice of Principal John Weida to spend time with us today and to talk to us about Chicka Chicka Boom Boom and all the colorful letters of the alphabet. This book also has some fabulous words in it that we can add to our word bank. The first word for our word bank is the word beat. When we beat someone, that means we win against them in a game or some kind of an activity. So to beat someone is to score more points or to win. Our next word is the word whole, but not just a whole H-O-L-E. This word has a W, whole. And whole means all of something. Our next word is the word stubbed. Stubbed. Stubbed means to accidentally bang against an object. And we use that word a lot when we talk about stubbing our toes. Have you ever stubbed your toe? Ooh, it's not a good feeling. Our next word is patched. Patched. Patched means to mend or to cover something. We sometimes would put a patch on clothes to cover up a rip or a tear. The word is patched. Our next word is the word tangled. Tangled. And tangled means all twisted together, usually in an untidy way. Sometimes when people have very long hair, their hair can get tangled. The last word for our word bank today is the word dare. Dare. Dare means to challenge somebody to do something, especially kind of as proof of courage. So sometimes we might say, I dare you to. Dare. Our book today inspires a great art activity. You can create your own illustration for the book, Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. I've created one here. I used the same kind of artwork that the author used. I have a palm tree, and I used purple and blue for my palm fronds. And then I also had a lot of fun creating the letters. And I created a little story in my head to go with the letters. Did you notice that all of the letters have their lowercase and uppercase letter? So I have the little m with the big M, and the little t with the big T, and the little I with the big I. So I thought of this as all of the little letters going on a play date, and they brought their parents along with them. And in my imaginative story, I thought that all of the adults were telling the children that it was okay to go ahead and play with each other, and then the adults got to know each other a little bit too. Now, that's just the story I made up in my head. You can make up any kind of story that you like in your own head for your own picture. I hope that you'll take some time to create your own illustration for the book Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. If you do, please send it to us at connect@grade-level-reading-suncoast.net. We're also interested in getting your episode of This Book is Cool. What book do you really love? Select that book and tell us 4 or 5 reasons why you think that book is cool. Include some words for our word bank and an activity that others might find fun. You can send your episode of This Book is Cool to connect@grade-level-reading-suncoast.net. I mentioned to you I have some favorite alphabet letters. Some of my favorite letters are the letters B, the letter P, and I also think the letter E looks very friendly. If you want, you can send us an email telling us what letters you like. Again, you can send that to connect@grade-level-reading-suncoast.net. We hope to see you again very soon for another episode of This Book is Cool. Bye-bye.